So in this part, I just want to show you how to use goal-seek in order to find the variables in a formula which are hard to calculate directly. So in this simple question, we just set different values for y, and based on them, we want to calculate values for x. To do that, I'll just write the function of x as this formula, and I'll take y to the other side of the equation and try to set this to 0. In order to use goal-seek, we'll first need to have an initial guess. So, for example, for this, I'll just use 0.5 as our initial guess. And then I'll write this formula here as the function of x. So it will be equals to x, which is this cell, divided by 1 minus x in parentheses, 1 minus, and x is this cell again, close this, times another parentheses, which is 2 minus x, 2 minus x again, and close the parentheses for this one, and close the whole parentheses for the for this formula. And then, as I said, I'll just take the value for y, which is here, to the other side of the equation. So it will be minus whatever it is set here for y, so this cell. So that's the function of x that we have, which is calculated to be minus 9.333 for this value of x. Now we're going to use goal-seek. So in order to do that, we'll just choose the data tab here, and then we'll just choose what if analysis, and then goal-seek. So here you can set the cell that you want to have a certain value, which, for example, here is fx, which we know that should equal 0. So we'll just choose this one. And we know that we want to set it to 0 because we've taken this y to the other side of the equation. So this side should be 0. And then by changing the cell which contains x, which is this one, and if you press on OK, you will get the answer here, and this is the value of fx. But if you want to get closer to the real value of x, you can magnify this result and then again choose goal-seek to calculate a better x here for this formula. In order to do that, you just choose now the cell, which is like this one, and then you can put this value here times a big number, which is here like 10,000. So just choose whatever we get here and multiply that by 10,000. And then again choose goal-seek to set this value to 0 and find the best value for x. So I choose this cell and the value to 0. And then by changing this cell, and if I click on OK, you'll see that these values will be 0, and this is the right value for x. Okay, so this is how you use goal-seek for that. So, for example, for other values of y, if we have 0.5 again as the initial guess, so you can just, as you see, you have a formula here, so you can just drag it down, and then the values are calculated here, and you can use goal-seek for each one, and then you'll find the best answer for these values of y. So again, this should be this cell which contains the formula, the value to 0, and by changing this cell. And again, if you multiply this by, for example, 10,000, use goal-seek again, you can see the right value of x. As you see, this is close enough to 0, So we'll just accept this. And then for the last one, we'll do that again. What if analysis, goal seek, value. Well, this so should be this one. Then to 0 and changing the cell. Great, and then we can magnify this again by multiplying to 10,000. Use goal seek. Set this to 0 by changing the cell. Okay, so these are the right values for x for each value of y.